StockPulse newsroom here. We are talking Silver Bullet Mines. Silver Bullet trades is SBMI, Toronto Venture Exchange, SBMCF, OTCQB in the States. And I've got Peter Clausi, he's the VP of Capital Markets. And Peter, boy, I tell you, congratulations here. The company is now a silver producer here. So Buckeye Mine, get to the details here for investors.
That's fantastic. You know, we've all worked on projects where you're chasing a vein, you're drilling the edge of the porphyry, or it's a VMS deposit, you're trying to find where the pod is. We are none of those. As of today, we're a producer. We're pouring silver off the shaker table with a little bit of copper. So it's a wonderful feeling to be a producer and to be in production. Some of the guys in our team have worked this property for 40 years. Their parents and their grandparents worked this property. It's hard to raise money with silver at $5 then. But we raised enough money to build a mill, clean out the mine, and get everything into operation. Just the mill costs less than 3 million Canadian. I tell people that and they go, nah, bullshit. No, really. For under 3 million, we built a fully functional mill in a field that 10 months ago was empty. So come on out for a visit and we'll show you the mill spitting silver.
Yeah, so let's get into the future here. You might be onto something. People are sitting there, as you said, chasing veins forever and may never, ever get there. Life has a funny way of cutting things off for us here before we get places. But here you guys did something here. Is this a model for the future?
Funny, I talked about that at the mining show in Toronto in mid-June. We did no resource estimate, no PEA, no feasibility study, what Chris Ecclesworth calls the mafia of the consultancy. We sat around at the management table and said, with this story, can we raise $3 million? And of course, when I say at the management table, they all turned and looked at me. Yeah, I think I can. We wound up raising over 6. It's a good story. It told well. We told it to the right shareholder base. It was well received. It's not often you have a large silver vein work system where you can raise money on it, we'll say easily. It's not a model for every mining deposit, but it certainly is a model for some. If you know what's there, go get it.
Boy, that might be some inspiring words here for some of those juniors that are sitting there trying to figure life out.
You know who used to do that a lot? Was the legend Pat Sheridan, to the extent we call it the Pat Sheridan School of Mining. If you know where the gold is, why are you coming to me for money? Go get the gold, sell the ore, make money, and then go explore again, was his thesis.
Yeah, pretty good thesis to have. Guide investors and prospective, or I guess shareholders and prospective investors here on the future here. Finding silver now producer. When can we start putting some projections together?
Interesting question. Without a 43-101 in resource estimate, we're limited in what we can project. But our mill is slated at 125 metric tons per day, which Stockwatch, with the geniuses there, reported it as 125 million tons per day rather than metric. And when I contacted them to correct it, they corrected it down to 125,000 tons per day. But the M stands for metric, not million or thousand. So people who are experienced in the industry could look at the mill, see what it's slated for, and do their own math. Of course, we can't endorse or condemn any of those. Everybody do your own math. What's interesting is the business plan for what happens next. We're running low-grade ore through the system just to work out the bugs and get everything synchronized. Then you run high-grade ore through the system. That's the really efficient money-making stuff. So whether we get that through in this quarter, probably we'll start on it. Can't say for sure, which means the financials for this quarter will probably be misleading, cost per ounce and all of that stuff. But then the next quarter will be golden. You can take that to the bank. After this, we're going to go work in Idaho. We've press released that we own a property there that has 120,000 tons of high-grade silver just inside the adit. It was blocked out. It was left there because the miners were chasing the gold. And when silver's at 70 cents an ounce, who wants it? Well, nobody ever went back for it. We're going to go get that. We can take that out probably in 2,000 ton bulk samples. 2,000 tons sounds like a lot, right? That's like 15 to 20 processing days at a mill. Hire a contract miner, take a 2,000 ton bulk sample, drive down the road, custom mill it, pick up a check. repeat. If it takes you 20 days to do that, we have 120,000 tons. You're looking at 4 or 5 years of picking up a check every month. That's pretty low risk, high return work. Then we'll go back to Arizona where we have the McMorris mine. You remember that because that's the source of the legend of the Lone Ranger silver bullets. These things. You're going to get one when I come see you in Spokane. They're not real silver bullets. They're flashlight laser pointer pens. When I flew down to Arizona, I went to see TSA and I showed them first. I just got the laser. Like, don't look through my bag. Here's what I have. And they're great for that. You'll get a couple of those while I'm at the show. It's the source of the legend of the Lone Ranger bullets. Yeah, so we're going to get that one started next. We'll get started on permitting. It'll probably take 2 to 4 years for that one into production using more traditional methods. But by then we'll have the Buckeye producing and we'll have the Idaho mine producing. So we can afford to take our time and do it correctly.
Wow. And do it correctly. You are. So, Peter, really appreciate you taking the time, and I look forward to another update here. And of course, seeing you here in a little while here. So Peter Clausi is the VP of Capital Markets here for Silver Bullet Mines, SBMI, Venture Exchange, SBMCF, OTCQB in the States. Peter, you're on to something there. Congratulations.
Thanks, StockPulse, for all your support. It's always good talking to you, and I will buy you an adult beverage when I see you.